Welcome to CARICOMP Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence.
The same rulebook that governs robots performing surgery now governs the lane assist in your car. Not a similar one, the exact same legal framework. And if that catches you off guard, it should, because for over 100 years, car safety meant airbags and crumple zones. Now it means proving an algorithm won't make a deadly mistake. If you drive a newer car, this already touches you. That little nudge on the wheel when you drift out of your lane, the automatic braking when traffic stops short, those are AI systems making split-second decisions about your safety. By 2030, more than half of new cars sold in Europe will carry this kind of driver assistance technology. Up to 15% may drive themselves entirely. So Europe wrote new rules, and they're the biggest shift in car safety since the seatbelt. The question worth answering today is simple. How does your car's software end up under the same law as a surgical robot? It comes down to one test, what the regulators call a safety component. The idea is plain. An AI that takes notes in a meeting can't hurt anyone if it fails. An AI that steers a loaded truck absolutely can. So the law doesn't care how clever the software is. It cares what happens when it breaks. Picture your lane assist. Its job is to make driving easier. But if it glitches and jerks the wheel into oncoming traffic, it just became a danger to human life. That single possibility is what flags it as, in the law's words, high risk. And right here is where most people get the wrong idea. When you hear high risk, you assume something's dangerous. That's a fair instinct. The words sound alarming. But high risk doesn't mean unsafe. It describes how much paperwork and scrutiny the system demands, not how likely it is to fail. A high-risk label actually means the safety work has to be visible, documented, and checked by outsiders. The truly worrying systems might be the low-risk ones, the ones nobody's required to examine at all. So what does that scrutiny actually look like? Under the new framework, a high-risk car AI has to satisfy 7 separate requirements. Things like risk management, human oversight, cybersecurity, and detailed record keeping. The old way was like a restaurant health inspection. Someone checks the kitchen once before you open, then leaves you alone. The new way is continuous. You have to log every ingredient, prove your freezer stays cold, and keep records of every plate served. For a car maker, compliance isn't a certificate you frame on the wall. It's something you prove every single day the car's on the road. The toughest part hides in the training data. One section of the law, Article 10, says the data used to teach the AI has to be representative and free from bias. In plain terms, a car maker can't just train lane assist on sunny highways in clear daylight. They have to prove it was tested in rain, at night, on rough roads, for drivers of different heights. And they need the paper trail to show it. For an engineer, that's a mountain of documentation. For you, it means the system was forced to handle your messy, real-world commute, not just a perfect demo. There's one more wrinkle the experts flag. For many of these systems, the company grades its own homework. The manufacturer decides whether their AI counts as high risk and writes up why. That speeds new tech to market, but it also leaves a self-assessment gap. Regulators have to come back later and second-guess the company's own judgment. Here's the shift that makes it all click. The law didn't bolt on a brand new set of rules for software. It took the same safety principle that put airbags in your car, protect the human no matter what, and simply extended it to the code. Your car's AI isn't being treated like a gadget anymore. It's being treated like a brake line. So here's the whole thing in 3 breaths. Some of your car's AI now counts as a safety part, like the brakes, because it can hurt someone if it fails. The law makes car makers prove it's safe, over and over, with records anyone can check. High risk doesn't mean dangerous. It means watched closely. And this isn't a someday idea. The bulk of these rules land in August of 2026, with the car-specific pieces following in 2027. Whether you're an engineer or just someone who clicks a seatbelt every morning, the definition of a safe car just quietly expanded to include the software you can't see. The full breakdown's in the show notes if you want the deep dive.
Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, caracomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.